Good morning, everyone, and Shavua Tov. We are one day before Rosh Hashanah, and this week's Torah portion is Vayelech. Vayelech means to go, and Moses says, I'm 120 years old today, and I cannot go on any longer. It is the last day of my life. But ironically, the name of the Torah portion is not, and he could not go, but Vayelech, and he went. And the message of this week's Torah portion, right before Rosh Hashanah, is that we always have to be moving forward. You see, yesterday's Torah portion was Nitzavim. Nitzavim means to stand. This week's Torah portion is Vayelech. Yes, we have to take time to stand, to reflect. That's what we did yesterday. Shabbat Nitzavim. We thought about the past year. But now that we're ready to begin a new year, we have to ask ourselves, how will we progress? How will we move forward in our lives in the coming year? Fascinatingly, in this last day of Moses' life, he gives us the very last commandment of the 613 commandments. And what is the very final commandment? V'ata kisvu lachem, write for yourself a Torah scroll. That every Jew has to write a Torah scroll. And the rabbis ask, what's if you have a Torah scroll that you inherited from your father, from your grandfather? Do you still have to write your own Torah? And if you look at the words of Moses, Moses says, V'ata kisvu lachem, write for yourself, which means to say, it's not enough that you inherited a Torah. You have to write your own personal Torah. You have to personalize your Judaism. You have to say, what is my personal Torah? What is my story? How am I building on the past of my ancestors? How am I bringing my Judaism and the Jewish nation forward? And that's the message of Vayelech. Yes, Rosh Hashanah is a day of Nitzavim as well. We stand, we reflect, we contemplate, we assess the past year, and we make resolutions. But the most important thing is Vayelech, that we implement those resolutions and we go forward and we continue to write the next chapter of our own personal Torah, of our own personal story. There was a fellow this week in Israel. His name is Eliashav Buchbat. He is a first responder, and on October 7th he ran down south to the kibbutzim and spent days rescuing many lives on that horrific day of October 7th. And he witnessed some of the worst atrocities known to the Jewish people. Well, last week, his wife was blessed with a baby boy. And this week was the Brit Milad, the circumcision. And he invited everyone to the Brit Milah of his newborn baby. But instead of inviting them to his home or to his local synagogue, he said the Brit Milah will take place at the site of the Nova Music Festival. And he gathered his entire family and friends at the very site of the Nova Music Festival. And he put up a stage in the exact location where the stage for the music festival of the Nova event took place. And on that very stage, in that very location, he performed the Brit Milah of his son, and entered his child into the covenant of Abraham, our forefather. And when it came time to announce his name, he said, V'yikarei shmo b'Yisrael, his name in Israel should be called Ami Chai, my nation lives on. And this is the message of Vayelech. It's not enough to remember what happened and reflect on the atrocities and stand still as a memorial to them, but move forward, Vayelech, in their honor, in their memory of all those who perished on that day, and in the merit of all the hostages that they should come home. We need to act. We need to declare, Am Yichai, our nation will live on, and they will live on through us and through future generations. And this is the message, the concluding message of the year. Vayelech, let us go forward with faith, with strength, with optimism, and together we will see the future of the Jewish nation be glorious, prosperous, and joyous. Have a wonderful day.